That's how we do it here. Aloha, everyone. Can I tell you, if you're here for the first time, you probably won't understand this, but I am so glad to be back. What a difference a week makes. It just feels so wonderful to be back home, and all of your wonderful, wonderful faces, too. So I am Reverend Patrick, in case you're here for the first time, and if you're not, you know that. And he's back. And this wonderful, beautiful being over here is Reverend Rita. And over here is our wonderful, wonderful Carrie Fox. And entering the scene is Michael. Right on perfect time. And I see some new faces. I see faces that have returned. This is just a day of just celebration. Right, Karen? There she is. Give it up for Karen. Yeah. So before we start, we always like to get those wonderful, I don't like to use the word get the announcements over with, because let me tell you something. We have a lot of really great things happening. I mean, we could have put a cod up this weekend because we had something going every single night. Cinema night, then we had those wonderful practitioners, Science of Mind Saturday, which was absolutely wonderful. Give them a hand. They did a great job yesterday morning. And so we were just here a lot. So welcome. And to continue this wonderful announcing that we're doing here, I'll let her have a little sip of water. And then I usually like to call on people only if they've put something in to eat or to drink. So that is absolutely calling up our beautiful Michelle LeMay, who's our wonderful board member, practitioner extraordinaire, and our announcement girl, woman, lady. Here you go.
Welcome home. Good morning, everyone. And yes, today is definitely a celebratory day because it's the last Sunday of the month. So that means we celebrate everybody's birthday. So who had a birthday in the month of September? Couple? Oh, is that light? Yeah, okay. I was like, I know. I'm like, there was a couple more. Yay. So after service, or just before we'll end, we will sing happy birthday. But after service, we'll have cake because we love cake. And we tend to always have cake, but this is a special happy birthday cake. So stay for that and for fellowship. Yeah, Ron brought it. We snuck it in last night in the middle of the night. That's what's good about being a board member. You don't have to like it in the morning. And then after we have our birthday celebrations, we're going to be having our Mindful Women's Consciousness meeting, and then the men's, I guess it's the Mindful Men's Treehouse and the Women in Consciousness gathering, where we just get together. I'm not sure what the Revs have planned for us today, but please stay for that. The women meet here at the center, and then the boys go outside somewhere to play. It's the ladies aren't allowed to know, so I don't know. It's a secret location. But please stay for that today. And we do have a lot going on this week. Everything is on your flyer, and we have individual flyers for all the events too. But tomorrow night, we have a really, really special bringing back our Spirit Sound Infusion with Michael and Carrie Fox. So give them a round of applause. And Carrie's going to come and speak a little bit on what that means.
Aloha, everybody. Thank you. I know, I think this is a first for me. Anyway. No, I'm just kidding. So I just wanted to share a few words about Spirit Sound Infusion and what is that, in case you've never attended before. So Michael and I, we like to share a lot of our original spirit-guided music. We really dive deep into the spirit within and just bring forth just our musical sounds, melodies. We use a variety of piano, vocals, some creative sounds that Michael puts together, and it's really all about you. And it's all about you allowing yourself to just be open and receive the music to infuse your body and your cellular memory and just unlock the doors that maybe you need to unlock or not, or just it's really your journey of your own creation. So we clear out the space. You come in, you can lie down, you can sit in a chair, you get as comfortable as you can, and we just infuse you with sound for about almost 2 hours, hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, and just it's your own creation. So please come out and join us tomorrow evening and it would be great to see you there. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
All right,
Carrie.
thank you.
And that's going to begin at 7. So we do encourage people to come a little bit early because of the fact that we spread ourselves out. So if you have mats or blankets and PJs and pillows, feel free. You just can't camp out overnight. You do have to leave when they're done. But people show up in their PJs. Just saying, I have. And then on Thursday, we have a continuation of a great class that the Reverends have been doing called Essentials for Greater Living. For those of you who have been coming, you know that it's been really fantastic, really delving into the teachings of Ernest Holmes, when he really gleamed from all different philosophers from before his era. So a lot of people that may be new to you, but their philosophies are the same and really is what created new thought. So if you want to learn more about this philosophy and learn how you can use this practical philosophy in your life, Thursday nights is a great opportunity to start doing that. And even if you've been doing it, you just delve a little bit deeper. So those classes are from 6 to 8. There's still several more to come. You can come for the next, I think there's 7 more. 6 or 7 more. So you can come for the rest of them, or you can pop in and out as your schedule allows. But that's from 6 to 8 on Thursday evening. And then on Friday, so we could actually camp out all week here. We do have something pretty much every day. So Friday night is super duper special. This is the Flying Solo 2. So for those of you who had seen the Flying Solo, the original one, you know what this is about. For those who may be new or visiting, this is where you have the opportunity to see 6 really brave souls come up here and do 10-minute one-person plays about their life, or about a portion of their life, or a theme in their life. It's really moving. It's really just a great way to support other folks in your community too here, and it is just by love donation, so it's certainly a way to come and support our folks. And for those who are in the room that are in Flying Solo too, could you just raise your hand, because Ron and Harry, and I know Deborah and Sola is in it, and Meg is in it, and then we're gonna be having Judah on Skype from California. So yeah, so it's amazing that he's been through this process that he's personally been through and still wants to do the Flying Solo. So he'll be on big screen via Skype and being able to share his story. So come out and support. That's going to be at 7 o'clock, Flying Solo. And then Saturday, we have Powerful or Powerless, which is our now twice a month workshop that we're going to be doing. We're very excited about that. It's going to be the first and third Saturdays. So this is going to be on October 1st. And what this is delving into the idea of science of mind and the philosophies of the 12-step programs. You don't even need to be in a 12-step program to really glean some really valuable information because a lot of the spiritual principles are aligned with each other. So we learn how to really delve into that and incorporate it into our lives. So if you do know other folks who are in 12-step programs but may not necessarily come to the center, they are more than welcome to join us as well. And again, whether or not you have an affiliation to a 12-step program, it's really a wonderful way of learning more about our philosophy too of the science of mind. And then, of course, we'll have our service on Sunday. So come on out and camp out for the week. And thank you so much for your kind attention, and enjoy your service.
Thank you so much. Yes, isn't that spectacular that we can bring Judah in? A week and a half ago, we wondered about many things. We knew it was perfect, but wow, just technology. When we sat there on Thursday and I saw Judah in a rehearsal with this program that we're doing, I went, really? Life is so good. And besides that, prayer really, really, and just in case you didn't hear it, really works. It works. So thank you for your light and your love. So bringing this down, there's so much love in the room today, by the way, in case you haven't felt it. But I would like to bring up for our meditation the beautiful Katie Welch, who is just, let me just say something, and she'll go, now you're just going to make me cry. But yeah, I know. But what I want to say that Rita and I, we just absolutely adore your consciousness. This package that may not appear to be big in this form, her consciousness is beyond this room. So we are so blessed to have you. So enjoy your meditation with Katie Welch. You're welcome.
Now that I'm crying. Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see so much love and so much beauty in this room. So we're going to move into the meditation now. So if you'll take a few moments to get comfortable in your chair, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like for you. Let's take a few moments to breathe in and breathe out and get settled. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or leave them open. You are not what you think you are, rather what you think you are. David Wolfe. You are not what you think you are, rather what you think you are. David Wolf. I invite you to slowly come back into the room. Feel your body in the chair beneath you. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and breathe. I know there is one power, one presence, and one peace, and that presence is God. And as I know and truly believe that I am one with God, that power, that presence, and that peace flows in me, through me, and as it does for each and every beautiful being in this room. And so I open up today to allow Spirit to flow through, ignite us, open us from the inside out. Whatever may need to be heard is heard. Whatever needs to be received is received. And so I say thank you. I am so grateful for this time together, this time to connect, this time to love one another, and so grateful for the joy that I feel with you all today. And so I put my word into the law, as together we say, so it is.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Michael and Carrie. Welcome again. We're going to light our peace candle. As we know every Sunday, that peace begins within us, and we're never going to give that up, knowing that it is right where we are. And as we light it, we will sing Karen Drucker's beautiful song, I Send My Love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace up to the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love. Send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love up to the heavens, and it returns to me. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Thank you, everyone.
So, the question is, did you miss me? Oh.
Did I miss him? Of course I did. All right. Okay. Yes, I missed you.
I know there was quite a little delay there in that.
Anyway, I love being here, and I feel that I'm an individual, but I love doing this with you. So that's why I'm grateful to be here with you as my co-spiritual director.
Oh,
Thank you.
back at you.
Anyway, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Kaua'i. Yes, and where we practice the science of mind and spirit, which is not just something that was put together by a man called Ernest Holmes, but which is just a mix and beautiful unification of ancient wisdom that goes back so far, further than we even know, when people first realized that their minds were powerful and that they could create their lives by thinking differently, as was so eloquently put by our practitioner interns yesterday. This is an ancient wisdom, an ancient universal wisdom that we practice here. And we know that the divine expresses through each of us, and we come here every Sunday to remember that we are divine, to remember who we are. So thank you for being here with us.
And so, with that being said, who is here for the very first time in here? William every week. It's his very first time, just so you'll know. So I know? Oh, there you go. There's a, and then yeah, don't worry, we'll find you. She's like going, just don't say anything. They'll go away if I do that. But anyway, welcome, and we just found out a few things about you that your friends have let us know. No, I'm just kidding. But we found out some beautiful things about you, and we would like to share that with you, if that's okay. Right? Ready? Okay. You are magnificent. I love it. You have the greatest expression. It's like, oh, that. Oh, good. It's that. I already knew that. Did you guys know that over there? I thought so. So also, we know that about you, and we can only know. It's just the same with peace. We can't know peace if we don't know it within ourselves. So that's why we know this about you, that you're magnificent, because we know it about ourselves. So shall we say it together? I am magnificent. Oh, let's say it again. I've been away a while. I am magnificent. Now just say something to your neighbor, left, right, whatever. Just let them know that they're magnificent. You are magnificent. You are magnificent. Katie's magnificent.
Oh, magnificent.
Jai's magnificent. Reverend Diane. All righty. Yeah, we got. Oh, hello.
I thought it was an animal.
All righty.
It was.
So, as our great mentor used to say, back to me, back to me, back to we. Yes. Now, just if you think that this is just happening in the room, we live stream, which means, as I've said before, what happens on Kauai does not stay on Kauai, because they're all watching us. So since they're watching us, and Judah's probably watching us,
and Sherry and Tom
in Auburn, it's endless. So let's just turn to them and say aloha, aloha, and let them know they are magnificent. You are magnificent. And I just realized how much Rob probably likes this every week, because as we're at the camera, he's back there going, no, really, I love it. So he's picking up all the vibes. I love it. I love it. Can you tell I'm excited to be back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start out with some music, yeah?
Yeah. Here we go. Our opening song.
Yes.
Yes.
So go ahead and stand up.
You guys feel like
everybody.
standing up?
Remember, if it feels good.
Right now I'm here to live.
Right now I'm here to live.
Right now I'm here to give. Now I'm here to give. Right now I'm here to love. Right now I'm here to love. The earth below and the sky above. The earth below and the sky above. Marvelous, miraculous, green life rooting down, rising up to reach the sun.
And every being has its season and it's time to shine. We're gonna keep growing free.
Got some dancers over there, all right.
Right now I'm here to love.
Right now
I'm here to live.
Right now I'm here to give.
Right now I'm here to give.
Right now I'm here to love. The earth below and the sky above.
The earth below and the sky above. Here we go.
And
Marvelous, miraculous, green life rooting down, rising up to reach the sun. Rising up to reach the sun.
And every being has its season and it's time to shine. We're gonna keep growing free.
And we are continuing to grow free. We are in this moment of now, this moment that this thing called life is having its way with each and every one of us. And that's the good news, because there is a power for good in the universe and we get to use it. We get to use it because we are it. And that is what we come here to celebrate. We come here to celebrate and remember who we are. Do you know who you are? The answer is what? Yes. And what I know is that this celebration service just unfolds perfectly, miraculously, easily, effortlessly, and most of all, our true identity, lovingly. So we just let this happen. We let this be, as together with such gratitude that is spilling out of our hearts right now, we say, and so it is.
All right, one more time.
Let's bring up the roof, everybody.
Right.
I'm here to live. You guys feel like
Right now I'm here to live. Right now I'm here to give.
Right now I'm here to give.
Right now I'm here to love.
Now I'm here to love. The earth below and the sky above. The earth below and the sky above. Here we go. Marvelous, miraculous, green life rooting down, rising up to reach the sun. Rising up to reach the sun.
And every being has its season and it's time to shine. I'm gonna keep growing free. Keep
Growing free. Keep it going.
Keep growing free.
Keep growing free. Bring it down.
Keep growing free.
You guys are in the band right
That's
here.
it. That's how we do it.
Okay. I have to take a breath. So good to be here. So good to be here. It's been an amazing week. And just in all ways. On Friday night, we saw an incredible film. And if you weren't here and didn't have an opportunity to see it, make sure you check it out. It's called The Human Experience. And you can get it, I think, on Netflix. In that film, what I got from it was, one of the many things I got from it, was it was showing how these two boys went out to discover and to understand human suffering and what the human experience really was. And what was so beautiful about the film is that in all the suffering that they found in the world, they found love more than anything else. And beyond the suffering, what they found was love. And that love was the permeating experience of all the people they met. And all that what they were experiencing physically had nothing to do at all with who they are. It was love. And it was a profound film. And it's what we want to talk about today, is who we really are. Have you ever heard this song? It's one of my favorites. How could anyone ever tell you that you're anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you that you're less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle, and how deeply you're connected to my soul. It's a song by Shana Knoll. And I think, thank you, that it says so beautifully what we want to talk about. How could anyone ever tell you, including yourself, that you're anything less than beautiful and wonderful and amazing? In truth, and as we Sunday here, we are God. Where else would God be if it wasn't right here? It's everywhere. So if we weren't God, what else would we be? What could we be? There would be nothing else for us to be. I mean, we even studied it in the Baltimore Catechism when I was a little girl. It said it right there. God is everywhere. God is everywhere. And so that is the thing. That is the truth of who and what we are. So what do we do with that? What do we do with that? What do we do with that? That's the question. 'Cause it's not just a bunch of words. We in this philosophy, we can get trapped in a lot of words and, tell people all the things we believe and think that are true. But if we don't live them, they can't be anything besides words. So we have to live them. Now, God is many things, and I think we talked about it last week a little bit. Beauty, joy, love, faith, trust, has all these attributes that we get to use in every single solitary moment. So we have to practice it. This week I had a lot of opportunities. Actually, the last couple of weeks, I always have a lot of opportunities to practice it. I had a lot of opportunities to practice it. And sometimes when you look out, it doesn't seem like you're looking at God. But as we saw in this film the other night, you're always looking at God. But you're looking at God from the place that you can conceive God. That's what Mother Teresa did. She saw God in everything. By the way, she's on the cover of the Science Mind magazine. I thought that was pretty cool. She saw God in everything. She saw God in every single solitary thing that she went out and gave herself to. The God was there. So if we're not seeing God in everything and everyone, it's because it's what we're looking from. So it always comes back to us. We're the ones that get to change the way we think. And sometimes we think we can't do that. We think that, our thoughts and everything we're feeling and everything everybody's done to us and all that stuff is not, possible to change. Well, no, it's not. We can't go out and change other things. We can only change our own consciousness. Because what happens is we can't experience in anything that we can't embody. Do you know what the word embody means? It means, think about it. It means that you're taking on, it's absorbing you. It's who and what you are. You're embodying it so much that there's, like we talked about, I know what I know, that there's nothing within you that doesn't know that that's the truth. So let's say you're having a financial issue. 4 areas we always deal with is finances, health, relationships, and career or creative expression. Let's say you're having a really serious financial issue, okay? And you're looking out, and you're looking at your checkbook, and you're looking at everything, and bank account, and everybody, and people owe you money, and all this stuff, and you're trying, or people you owe money to, and you're trying to fix it. What's happening? You're fixing it from a consciousness that's in lack. We live, and science is proving this now, in an unseen world before we ever live in a seen world. So where are you looking from? So if we want to fix whatever it is out there, we can't fix it. We can only change what we're thinking. We can only change our own consciousness, and then everything else changes. Now, this sounds like a tall order, but it's not. It's not. And what I get from it when I'm having a difficulty, whatever it might be, health or anything else, or finances or anything, a relationship with somebody, I realize that I have to change what I am before anything else is going to change. Not change what I am, because I'm really not changing myself, because no matter what, like we said before, no one can tell me I'm less than beautiful and gorgeous and lovely and passionate and all the things that God is. but I have to recognize it. Does that make sense? I have to recognize it. I have to reveal it to myself. So that's what I do. And then when I do that, then I can go out into my world and things change. Even though they don't necessarily, nothing's changed, everything changes because I'm looking at it differently, and then everything starts to change. So what I'm doing right now is I'm letting go. You can't give the universe mixed messages. You can't say you want love in your life and hold anything against anybody else. You can't say to the universe, I want finances in my life, and then feel less than worthy of them. You can't, because that's called mixed messages. So what I want to do now, and I invite you, if you're at all interested in this, is to say to yourself that I let go of anything right now that doesn't serve me anymore, that doesn't reveal the highest part of God within myself that I want to reveal and live and be. That I let it go. I don't know what it looks like necessarily to let it go. I just let it go. And once I stated my word that I let it go, and I let it just go, let it fall into the nothingness from which it came, because it's just a thought, and a thought can change. That's the thing we have to realize, is that's what this whole philosophy is about, that we can change our thoughts. Well, we can't change our thoughts if we have beliefs that are backing them, because our thinking's coming from our beliefs. So I let go of any belief right here and right now that restricts me in any way from being all that I can be as your senior minister here, as Rita Andriello FEren, a mother, grandmother, all the things I am, artist, all these things. I let go of anything prosperous, let go of anything that's standing in the way of anything that I want to express right here and right now. And I know that when I do that, there's something within my being, we call it the law, that says yes to me. It says, yes, Rita, I agree. It always agrees, no matter what we say. That's the beautiful part about it. Because if we're in a state right now that we don't like, the law said yes to it because we've said yes to it. So all we have to do is just change it. And guys, it's really simple. It's a really simple philosophy. As Katie so beautifully put it yesterday, you take the seed, you put it in the soil, and if you plant an apple seed, you get an apple tree. You don't get an orange tree, and you don't get a cherry tree. You get an apple tree. So if you want abundance, or if we want abundance in our life, then we have to plant the abundance seed. And we have to rake out all the lack and pull it up, and every time it comes up, sometimes as Michelle said so eloquently in her testimony yesterday, she said she has to keep doing it. Because sometimes, we've been living a long time, maybe even more than this lifetime, plus we're born into the race consciousness that we've talked about here. So we have a lot of stuff in there that just constantly needs to be pulled out. But it's so easy. But the beautiful thing to know, and I'm just going to close with this, is no matter what's going on, nobody can change. You can't change who you are. You cannot change that you are the presence and power of God in every single solitary moment. That's never going to be taken away from you. You can't take it away from yourself. You can't. It's who you are. It's just a matter of how much you want to live it. How much you want to live it, and how big you want to live it. How big you want to live it. So let's sing this song one more time. If you know it, you can sing with me. How could anyone ever tell you that you're anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you that you're less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle, and deeply you're connected to my soul? Namaste. Ooh. And now, what was that? I didn't hear it. And now I will turn the time over to our musical geniuses and angels, Carrie and Michael Fox.
Give Rita another hand. She's on fire today.
This is a song called Grace and Gratitude, a different version from a few months ago when I played it.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yes. Feels good to land, actually. Literally. I have so many things going on inside my being right now that I'm as curious as you of how it's going to come out. Um, I like this quote, and I only have one today, by Roy T. Bennett. If any of you don't know him, it's okay. I do not know who he is as well. But I did find a wonderful quote by this wonderful person. Do not let the roles you play in life make you forget who you are. Do not let the roles you play in life forget who you are. And we play a lot of roles, my friends. And there's nothing wrong with roles. Roles, I used to think, coming from a theatrical background, that meant that you were fake or not authentic, or that's not the truth. We're playing a role right here in this moment. Right now, you're playing a role of just hanging on to every word that I say. That's a role you're all playing right now. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But what I know is this past week, I've learned a couple things that I want to share with you. Yeah, it's got some emotion behind it. As you know, and if you don't know, you're here for the first time, a decision was made to go out to California to be with Judah and Melissa. Now, Judah and Melissa are members here and part of our family, and Judah was going through a very tough operation that surrounds his heart. And he has been having the experience of cancer, and they were going in to take away at least the form, and it was a very scary operation. And so to put some rumors to rest, I want to tell you why I went. Because there's a lot. It's amazing when something happens and you say, I'm flying out, and just to let you know, it's not it's we flew out, and we flew out. I was with emotion here, I was your conduit. I took this island, and I took every bit of your energy, and I took your light, and I took my light, and I went out there to be the metaphysician that I am. The metaphysician that I am. And what I realized is that on this topic of who are you? So people that were out there too, did they send for you? Is this, it's highly irregular, is it not? For a pastor just get on a plane and leave. I don't know what other pastors do. I don't know what other ministers do. I only know what I do because of who I am. And I only know what we do because this is who we are. And I know what we do as a community. And what I know is that Melissa and Judah could not have been more appreciative to have that light there with them. So the good news is this. He came through it with flying colors, very much with flying colors. Few little hiccups here and there, but not too big for spirit to take care of. And I want to talk a little bit today about that whole healing process, but I want to talk about this role I played, the reverend role. Oh, did I not know I had the kind of power in the world of form that a reverend can have? Let's first talk about free parking. Let's just start there. Let's just start there. Now, it's called the minister card. It was amazing. And people would be all busy, right? And I go, hi, I'm Reverend Patrick. Oh, stopping everything, right? Even when I went on Delta Airlines, because we had to make the reservation at the last minute, which is always fun. And I didn't have a seat, but I paid for it, but I didn't have a seat. That's a whole nother judgment topic. But I got on there and they said, I said, this is Reverend Rita. Hi, I'm Reverend Rita. I told you we were one. And then Delta, they said, oh, Reverend Patrick, oh my gosh, yes, I'll try to do this. They changed their whole term. First time, you have no seat. You have no seat. Well, this is Reverend Patrick, and I really need to get out to a surgery on. Reverend Patrick, hold on just a moment. A role, right? And it's not a role necessarily that I'm playing, but boy, the world sees and plays those roles wonderful. So she said, I know that you're connected. And I went, this could work for me. This this could work for me. I know you're connected, but you don't have a seat. And I said, well, I need to really be there. You can understand. What's their names? Oh, Judah and Melissa, I'd like to pray for them as well. And my heart just started opening up more and more. Now, just to let you know, the minister card didn't get me first class, but it did get me on the plane and coming back. So when I got there, I just realized that there's this idea of ministry that is very funny to me. Even walking the halls of the big shrine called USC Medical building, Melissa would introduce me, and she would say, "Oh," and then they would be in a very hurry. "Oh yeah, good to see you. Oh, this is Reverend Patrick. Can I have the blessing, Reverend?" Now I don't know if you've ever done a treatment before, but we don't do this kind of stuff on. Our treatments and our prayers take a little time. Well, she didn't have that kind of time because I didn't get past the first step of treatment before she was, "Oh, thank you." I was left cold in the halls of USC. So I was learning to do a little bit, bless you. And they were satisfied as anything. So speaking of laughter, I learned something about myself, about this idea of laughter. I've had some judgment, believe it or not, about my idea of that I have humor. Because a part of me, somewhere in that crevice of what Rita was talking about, and I think I've said it before, I always think you're not going to take me seriously if people are laughing. That's a childhood thing. That's a childhood thing that doesn't belong anywhere near me now. But what I know is the night before his surgery, we had an incredible laugh fest hosted by yours truly, Reverend. Well, there I was known as Reverend Rambo, because I had decided that we're getting on a plane, we're going there, we're going to kick some spiritual butt and take some names. That's how I looked at it. But I didn't tell that to too many people because I did want the free parking. So, but we had a laugh fest that was so uncontrollable. They took me out, what they called the Last Supper, which didn't make me feel, really that good. But the Last Supper with that night, and we were laughing so hard about absolutely nothing. Isn't that the best? It's just coming out, and I was telling him, and he doesn't mind me. I was telling him that we were going to do a facelift and some Botox on his lips while he was out, and when he woke up completely healed, he would be somewhat of a woman. And then, so I had all of these wonderful things to help him, and he said that his gut hurt so bad. And then everybody chimed in. You know how that goes? You think that's good. I got one. And then and everybody's doing all. They were just crazy with him. But he laughed so hard, and I think that really assisted him about going into that very scary. So when I asked him the next day, "How you feeling?" he said, "Scared and excited. Because we're going to put this hell to rest." And I learned about me is that that's my gift. That I should never, ever condemn a gift. And I'm mostly emotional right now, not that I haven't been in the past, but the reason I'm emotional is because I really opened up this week and really stood in my power. Not as a Reverend Patrick, but as a metaphysician. As I told the physicians there, I came to do spiritual surgery. You do what you do best, and I will do what I do best. You take him in and you treat him with that knife and I will treat him in the unseen. Because you work in the seen and I work in the unseen, and the two together, that's called healing. I know our brothers and sisters in Christian Science do not believe in that. In this philosophy, in the medical, but in this philosophy, we believe in the pill and the prayer. Just don't become too addicted to the pill thinking that that's the answer, right? So what I learned about myself is every day I went deeper and deeper and deeper as this metaphysician. And I realized that I have been underestimating not only myself, but I've been underestimating a teaching that I believe so strongly in, but also a teaching that the ancient mystics and everyone from Jesus have been saying, you've got this power inside of you, and you can use it. You can pretend to deny it, but you have it. And I know sometimes it's a hard call because I know we were all lighting the light, weren't we not? Everyone was praying. I was getting such wonderful messages. But it's not about the prayer. It's not about how clever I can get my words in a treatment. It's the belief behind it. I had no doubt in my being that Judah would not be healed. Because if it did, that means that I'm riding the fence post. It either is or it isn't. But here's the other catch in healing. Judah has to want to live. Judah has to want to live. Anytime I want to live. So I was around that hospital. I was like crazed with this line. Why do you want to live? Why do you want to live? And I was asking myself that over and over. Okay, Patrick, you're so good at telling. Why do you want to live? And it was powerful. Because I have something to do here. And now I'm getting to a point where my pettiness and my stuff that I'm doing is an absolute waste of spiritual time. We have great things to do. So I talked to Judah afterwards, because when you're in that and you come out of it, it's a moment. And I loved it. He'll probably say this on his video. But we talked about the word primal. And I don't know about you, but being cut open and having all this, that's a little primal. If you've ever experienced it, it can feel primal. But behind all of that is an energy of love. So I said, Judah, 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 Judah. Who healed you? Did our prayers heal you? Did your doctors heal you? Who healed you? And he took a moment. He said, ultimately, me. Because how I saw it, and I saw lots of visions there without any aid of anything. I saw lots of visions. And the vision was Judah in a dark, dark cave. And the stone, as it were, and Jesus rolled in front of it. And he was in darkness. But not really, because we were all lighting and supporting and taking that energy inside that cave of his consciousness, his cave of understanding, so that while he was making his decisions, I'm not pretending to know what goes on over there, and I actually don't really want to know too quickly, because I've got things to do. But we lit that. We lit that for him. So we were all apart because we're all in the same mind. So we play a very important role. Speaking of roles, we play a role for one another. I met a woman yesterday that just solidified what I'm talking about today. It was like when I looked at Judah and I was telling her this, I didn't see cancer. I don't have the luxury of seeing cancer. I didn't have the luxury of seeing dis-ease. I didn't have the luxury because I was on call for something much higher, and that was to hold the very truth that behind it all was absolute pure energy that had never been touched by anything, not a disease, nothing, not a bad word, not an inferiority complex. It hadn't been touched by anything because it's pure, and that's what we get to depend on. But we have to go a little bit further back than what we see. So believing for me is seeing. I had to believe in my own mind that Judah was healed and that Melissa was taken care of, and it all turned out wonderful. It made me realize what community. We had a community out there, GTC, Global Truth Center, that was there to support, was there to do it. That's in the world of form. We got something really good going on here, you guys. We are so powerful. We are this energy station, not just this family here, but within your own self. Rita said it today. There is nothing that's happening in your life, whether it be financial, health, wealth, creative expression, relationships that cannot be healed. I am the healer and the healed in one divine package. That's who I am. Do you know who you are? Many things. Patrick's many things. Some things I like a little bit better times, and the other times but Patrick is many things. But I realized all that yapping I've been doing now is in my very cellular system and is clear. I am a healer. I am a metaphysician. I am a man of love. This is a community of love, and I'm not going to take anything less than that. We are in the kingdom of heaven now. I love you. I love you. I've said it before, but I'm looking at you now how Jesus must have looked at people. Not that I'm saying Jesus, but if you want to, I have stepped up. Free parking. But what I do want to let you know is that Jesus never looked. They said, oh, I feel healed. The reason that those people healed, if the story is correct, is because when he looked into their eyes, like I looked into this woman's eyes yesterday, and I said, I don't see anything here. I see you. I actually see you. Do you know how breathtaking that is to look at someone and see them? I saw people in that hospital. I saw people connected so much to the world of form, just holding on to every minute. And I had to look at them and I said, I see you. Even if they didn't know what I was doing, I said, I see you. And I could feel the healing energy that, and I want to thank you for the healing energy you sent me when I got a little caught up in my environment. Nice, huh? It works. This stuff works, man. And I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to look at each and every one of you. It's like, I feel like I rose from the grave. And I did. I rose in consciousness. Welcome home.
Go ahead.
And thank you, Rita, for holding down this fort so beautifully. She was very happy that I was driving the 405 and all of those wonderful freeways.
There's no way I'm going.
That's how that decision was made as well. Who's driving the freeways?
Who's the best driver in traffic?
There you go. So I also found, before this is our time of affirmative giving, and I found from Maya Angelou a wonderful quote. And it says, I have found that among its other benefits, giving liberates the soul of the giver. And doesn't it? Because when you can give, it means you have, and that's in everything. But most of all, what do we give? Our consciousness at all times.
So let's read our prosperity affirmation. I abide in prosperity. I am receptive to its abundance. I am receptive to its circulation in my life in the form of money. Money in God in action is absolute good. It is wholesome, it is blessing me, and I am prospered with it. I circulate it freely. I give as I receive.
Grateful for love, grateful to all within and above. Here in our hearts we can be eternally free. Grateful for life, grateful in our hearts we can be eternally free. Given from a place of purity, honoring our spirit and integrity. Here in this place, creating a
so grateful. I am so grateful for what has transpired here today. I'm grateful for the beautiful donations that have been given. I'm grateful for each and every person in this room. And I just bless the center, which prospers the world. And I know that it comes back to each and every one of us multiplied abundantly. So with that, I just say mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. And so it is.
Grateful for life, grateful for love, grateful to all within and above. Here in this world, we can be eternally free.
Okay.
I wanted to say a little bit about this thing real quick here. This little piggy bank that, in case you're new to it, this is our third phase, this is our second phase, and this is our third phase. And we like to begin where we are. So it's not like in the Catholicism where they do the second basket around the time of leaving. But what this is this is our reminder that we're right where we are, and that's where we start. We don't wait for something to come in and write a check or anything. We start with our change in consciousness, and our change inside of the little piggy bank that's not a piggy bank
And
that I keep calling a piggy bank.
It goes to that. It goes to our building
It
fund.
only goes to that.
Only goes to that. Well, of
Not
course, we
for
tithe.
operating.
Just so you know that we are a tithing center, which means that 10%, if you don't know that already, that you give us goes out. And this month, we gave to some of the other centers in across the country, but we're also saving up for our donation that we give twice a year to Lidgate for their cleanup. So that will be the next, what we're going to be doing with this, in October. So we're saving up for it because we'd like to give them as much as we can.
And if anything has come up during this that you need a little extra knowing, call it prayer, call it whatever, a little extra knowing, we have what we call out there our yes box, which simply means just fill it out and let us know if there's something else you want us to stay in consciousness for, and we'll be glad to do that. We have our beautiful staff minister, Reverend Diane. She will stand in consciousness. We have the practitioner interns. We have Rita, myself, and as we know, prayer works, right? It does. But really what works is our belief in prayer. There it goes.
All right. So I think
You
we're
wanna
ready.
call it?
Ready to go. Oh, yeah. You know what we were thinking? We're going to start something new. We'd like Reverend Diane and all the practitioner interns, actually the practitioner students that are here, to just come up and join us in the closing song. See, you got called up in the moment. And hold consciousness up here with us. And you know what?
And Katie, I'd like you to come up because you did the meditation.
Yeah, Katie.
it's
And you know
yours.
what, Reverend Suzanne, if you want to join us, you can too. All right. Okay, you're fine. Some people don't always like to be in. So just join us with the closing song. Let's do it. All right.
And if it's okay, can we invite a few folks to play maracas or anything, if anyone wants
There we
to?
go. Look at
People will know who
you.
you are, too.
Photographer?
So any kiddos too, or big kids too.
So let's stand up and take this out into the streets.
All right, here we go.
Here we go, everybody.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, hey, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine,
And
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, oh let it
shine, shine,
shine, everybody,
shine, shine,
shine, you know you want to, shine, shine, all around the world, shine, shine, everywhere I go. I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, we're gonna let it shine.
All right, here we go.
Everywhere I go,
I'm gonna let it, come on, Rita.
shine. Let it shine, girl. Let it shine. Oh, let it
Shine,
shine, everybody. there's light in the soul,
When there's light in the soul,
there's beauty in the person.
there's beauty in the person.
When there's beauty in the person,
Beauty in the person.
there's harmony in the home.
Harmony in the home.
When there's harmony in the home,
When there's harmony in the home.
there is honor in the nation. When there's
Honor in the nation. Honor in the nation.
there is peace
in our world.
Hey,
Uh-oh, Rita, tell us.
mahalo for this wonderful Sunday. And I'd like to thank Michelle for her amazing announcement. She's out. I would like to thank Katie for doing that wonderful
There
invocation
she is.
and meditation. Thank you, Katie. I would like to thank Rob back there for live streaming us to the world.
Hey, hey.
And for Jonathan over there who's learning how to do it so that Rob has assistance. That's a wonderful thing. I'd like to thank the greeters at the Mary and Deborah. Yes, thank you for greeting everybody with love and light. And I would like to thank, oh my God, Ron Stover for doing hospitality. Woo! And I would
Cake
like to
man.
thank Ronald LeMay for bringing the birthday cake.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank Reverend Diane for holding down the bookstore. And especially right here and right now from Michael and Carrie and the wonderful band we have up there with
Tori and
Louise.
Sarah.
They grew.
Wonderful music.
Louise on the drum.
And like I
Let's
always
give it up for Patrick and Rita, too.
More.
Right. And so I just say, let us take this out into the world, and so it is.
no more living in fear. We're
Gonna let it shine.
no more living in fear.
Woo! Brilliant. Oh, look at you guys going.
We got some dancers.
No more living
In fear.
We're gonna
Let it shine.
let it shine, let it shine, oh let it shine, 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 everybody, shine, shine, you know you want to, shine, shine, all around the world, shine, shine.
Happy birthday!
And Carrie and Michael, before we do it, let's sing a little happy birthday too, shall we? Happy birthday, Carla.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
All of you, that your birthdays this month.
Happy birthday to you.
Ah, yes.
Wow.